Hello. It doesn't need me to tell you that it's Christmas. I'm Armando Iannucci and I'm on the roof of the Putney Exchange. That's the first shopping centre in Europe to choose our topical comedy show, the Saturday Night Armistice, as the theme for its Christmas decorations. So we've come to celebrate with some Putney townsfolk some of the highlights from our 1995 series.
Armando, found the chimney.
Oh great, okay, you go first. Now come after you.
Though fighting's exciting, discover discussion, swap guns for tongue, and charm for concussion, envelop your foes in one massive kiss, and come to the Saturday Night Armistice.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, wow, please, please. You're fabulous. What a welcome. What a welcome. Thank you. Hello and welcome to the Saturday Night Armistice Party Bucket. And as far as Christmas decorations go, the people of Putney have quite literally thieved in order to organise these, because everywhere there are massive representations of my face in fairy lights, and they've even hung up a 20-foot high Mr. Tony Blair. There he is. If you haven't seen the series, then trust me, it makes absolute sense. And so we're here once again to celebrate those historic events we covered in our first series. And it was quite a momentous summer. There was war in Europe, political turmoil, drought, and of course, tennis. Officials worried that fast servers made tennis too boring are trying to slow the game down by moving it from grass to water. Court number 12 was flooded to make play more exciting, and spectators weren't disappointed when at one point Joe Jury drowned. But now it's time for crime, and this week the Home Office launched a pilot scheme to place electronic tags on offenders and paraded its first subject. There he goes. Still with the BBC, the corporation came under fresh criticism for a perceived drop in standards of taste and, more shockingly, language.
With the weather in Britain hotter than the Mediterranean right now and little wind around to shift polluting farts, the group's accusing the government of breaking the law by failing to tell people of the farts.
The Channel Tunnel this week started a new service to attract children and families by opening up its new corkscrew tunnel, allowing passengers to take a train that twists and turns on a sickening ride to France. Meanwhile, the ferry industry competed more directly with the tunnel by opening its new cross-channel underwater canal service. And finally, the BBC bowed to criticism that many of its drama productions were heavy and depressing by bringing out the new series of Casualty as a season of light-hearted silent comedies. I'm outside the Saturday Night Armistice Christmas Grotto, and inside David Schneider, one of my special elven helpers, is gradually working his way through the public.
Don't you worry. Okay, off you go, darling. Have a lovely Christmas. Okay, who's next? Come on then. That's it. What's your name?
Craig.
Craig, and what do you hope Santa's bringing you this year?
I don't believe in Santa.
Oh, the things they say. Have you had a good year, Craig?
No, I lost my job.
Oh, well, never mind. You might get it back like old John Major. You remember the brouhaha when he resigned? There was quite an unexpected press reaction.
That is why I'm no longer prepared to tolerate the present situation. In short, it is time to put up or shut up. I have nothing more to say this afternoon. Thank you very much.
Actually, just seeing Peter J. ponce around there has just brought back to me just how brilliant it is working in the BBC when a big news story breaks.
Yeah, it was fantastic when the John Major story broke, because we were in Television Centre rehearsing, and suddenly, the whole of Television Centre started revolving, and this huge news tower started coming up, and the controller of news was in this big chair at the top of it. And there was, do you remember the siren? Oh, the siren. It was just going, news, news, news.
The other one, the massive one, went, news, news.
Robin Oakley to Sector 4. Robin Oakley to Sector 4.
Like, will all non-news programmes please vacate the building?
Launching the Peter J in 4 seconds. 3, 2.
And there was this brilliant sight, because there was sort of a wire from the news tower to that sort of bit of grass outside Parliament, right?
Yes.
And there was like Edward Sturton and John Tusa all sort of lining up and being, go, right across West London.
What about Michael Burke there? Michael Burke, do you see Michael Burke? Right, I've got to go over here to show you this, right? I was coming into Television Centre, right, the other on Thursday. I just saw Michael Burke stomping up Wood Lane like this. Gets to a barrier, like...
We're all really desperate to bring John Cole back. And John Cole's body lies in a slab in the BBC. And there were these 2 news guys with these kind of electrical equipment just going... Mrs. Thatcher, I'm melting, I'm melting. Now, David, you went back to school this week, didn't you?
Yes, that's right. Yes.
Wasn't that a bit stupid?
No, you see, the thing is, I'm very concerned about education, because, let's face it, without education, what are we? Plants. And over the last couple of years, there's been a lot of talk about class sizes, and this week, the government decided to remove the limit on the number of children you can put in one room and teach at. A class, right, can now be literally any size, from 1 to any size. So what does this deregulation actually mean? Well, I decided to go back to school, disguise myself as a teacher, isolate a lesson scientifically, and find out for myself.
Bonjour, la classe. Je m'appelle Monsieur Ridge. Les animaux.
For this experiment, we started a perfectly ordinary French lesson with no pupils. The class was then fed in 1 pupil at a time.
Le chien est...
Things ran fairly smoothly until 23 pupils.
Très bien.
At 24, the class becomes noisy and more unruly. Footballs are passed about, and then magazines. One of the girls produces a sword. From this point on, the teaching had to be more animated. At 62, it became impossible to teach the entire class. Smaller groups had to be started, and interim teachers appointed to teach them.
You want to teach him the cheval, that's a horse. Teach him, listen to him, listen to him.
Through this new teaching system, French becomes distorted into a new language based on the 3 words the children know: cat, dog, and horse. At 90, one of the girls gives birth. At this point, the class begins to get out of control. With 117 children, the class suddenly achieves a state of natural equilibrium. The entire class becomes unbelievably attentive and quickly grasps the difference between ER and IR verb formulation.
Excellent, mes enfants.
Luckily, this is the moment at which the inspector arrives.
Très bien.
At 118, extreme violence resumes. School uniforms mutate. The children make rudimentary weapons. Only one child is still paying attention. At 142, the class becomes seriously dangerous. At 165, a rudimentary religion emerges. At 192, the one attentive child is sacrificed by the high priest. From this point on, the class size starts to increase exponentially. Children are drawn in from miles around by a force resembling gravitational pull. There is a tornado in a nearby town. At 241, the class reaches critical mass and implodes. One tiny, super dense child remains. We put her under a microscope. When tested, this new pupil achieved grade C at French GCSE O-level.
C'est un animal, mais écoutez, le chien et le chat sont des animaux.
Well, there we are. Proof positive that the ideal size for a school class is, without doubt, 117.
Oh, Peter.
Yes?
The miniaturised area.
Right. Now, I'm now going to show you something moderately astonishing. Have you ever wondered what the famous get up to when they're just twatting on with their daily lives away from the cameras? Well, here, in our special miniature area here, we've got a little computer which is connected to every security camera in Britain. So why don't we abuse that and see what the stars are up to?
Right, so that means we can watch anyone.
Absolutely anybody.
Great.
Pick a celebrity.
Right, celebrity, Jerry Adams.
That celebrity. OK, then.
OK.
Let's have a look. What's he under? Hairy terrorists, I think.
Yes.
That's, Brian Blessed. Right, no. Got him.
Right.
Right, now this is the bit, right, this is the bit you always see.
Yes.
On the news. There he goes down the corridor. And he walks into another... But there he goes into the toilet.
Right.
Now, we get him up on the security camera in the toilet. Right, there he is. There he is. Now, he doesn't know anybody's watching him, right?
OK.
OK? Watch this.
My God.
And off he goes.
Happy man. Can we play another one?
Yeah, and who do you want?
Michael Portillo.
Michael Portillo. Let's see what Michael Portillo's doing.
Let's see what he's Michael Portillo.
Yeah.
Just put Gits.
Gits.
Right, there he is. No.
Being a conservative.
Right,
never was it more important.
He shouldn't press his face up against that glass, should he?
And never felt more proud
to
be a conservative.
He's very emotional, isn't he? Now do we transfer to...
Now we're going to go over to the security camera.
Yeah.
Right. Comes through the door.
Right.
There he is.
A weird and poxy debate about race has appeared in Wisden Cricket Monthly, a magazine normally meant for people interested in pads. It suggests black players betray their lack of true English character by playing well. Others have reacted strongly against this, saying that England has a liberal and trouble-free tradition of fully accepting sportsmen from ethnic Canadian backgrounds. So what exactly is patriotism, other than an excuse to get killed in a poorly planned land war? Well, we, in the Saturday Night Armistice, refuse to listen to those people who say that England is simply a dumping ground for abuse-ridden mental institutions and people who enjoy having unprotected sex in Spain. That definition is all too easy to come up with. But tonight, to celebrate the true glory of England, let's greet the following massive parade of English culture with a national clap, as we now rejoice in the glory of this, our wetted isle, and say, "This is England, hello." And leading off our parade of all that is English, a school recorder group playing the theme from EastEnders. welcome a middle-class couple from Berkshire committing adultery. A woman from a village post office holding a jigsaw that's gone yellow in the window. From the Cheltenham branch of Dixon's, the Dixon's Acrobatic Display Team. Those are real toasters. Some bell ringers. Playing Park Life by Blur. Park Life. A woman from a naughty seaside postcard. The cast of The Archers. A fight outside a pub. With a washboard. And finally, as a cascade of litter falls upon our English men and women, the whole spectacle now falls silent, save for a lone English tenor.
Sweetie, sweetie,
all together. The sweetie,
the sweetie.
Yeah, we can do anyone else, yeah.
All
I
right.
mean, they don't particularly have to be in the news at the moment.
Okay, Liz Hurley and Hugh Grant.
I've been wondering about them. What's been happening to them? Okay,
Yeah,
let's have
okay.
a look. Okay, where would they be? Let's have a look. Hell. Right. Now, I've actually been watching these for about a year, so this is taped stuff here.
Okay.
Now, they're not quite the golden couple that we all know and fear. I had my doubts originally.
All right.
Here they are getting out of the car.
So when is this?
My God, there's that prostitute in the car. Anyway. Now, there's the happy smiles. This is just outside their flat. They're just coming into their flat. Look, there's that smile there. Now, we should be able to get the security. There they go to the door of their flat. Now, let's get them on the internal security camera. Should be up any moment now.
Yeah.
There it is. Oh, my God! It's a dog! Oh, watch this, watch this. I love this bit. I love this. Oh, right. Right. Look at this. What's this?
Yeah.
She's bald! Liz Hurley is bald!
She's bald! Oh. Okay, you'll do. I've got here a Saturday Night Armistice Christmas cracker. It's just like an ordinary cracker, except that inside it is an extremely funny, wry political joke. And I've got a genuine Putney burger here to pull it with me. Okay, off we go. You ready? All right. Oh, I'm looking forward to this. Very wry. Right.
Question. What is the difference between the Labour Party and the Conservative Party? Answer. Currently, there are no difference between these parties except perhaps on certain matters of European policy.
I'll tell you one thing, politics is a very funny business.
I think it's the opinion polls is the big problem. Now, take a look over here, right? This is a bar chart, right, showing the two main parties. Labour right up here, Tory down here. It all looks really desperate for the Tories. But they can do something. Watch.
Now, some extreme left-wing loonies might balk at that. Okay, fair enough. But what about this? Here's the bar chart again. Labour, Tory, looking bad for Tories. And the pie chart here shows exactly the same thing. But if we take the Tory section from the pie chart here and put it thusly on the bar chart, voila, it doesn't look so bad after all. I don't know what you think, but I don't think Labour can argue with that.
You see, the problem with statistics, like all things that are true, is they can be deceptive. This is a Labour bar chart here, Tory bar chart here. Is this the true picture? Or is this?
Or even this. Just Tory, you see? Looks massive.
This one over here. This bar chart looks clear enough. It's Labour up there, Tory down there. But what if I remove this panel? The Tory bar chart has learned to burrow downwards, you see. It's very good. You've got to look at the whole picture.
Don't be fooled by appearances. What really counts with bar charts is not size or height or how big it is. It's what happens when you turn an oxyacetylene blowtorch on it. They may be ahead in the opinion polls, but there's no doubt about it, their bar charts burn far too easily.
The Sinn Féin president, Gerry Adams, refused to denounce the protesters, saying the RUC was to blame for the farts.
This week, I decided to go out and play some hilarious practical jokes on celebrities. And here's my favourite one, where I gave comedian Bob Monkhouse the fright of his life.
Let's see what happens when I go up and give the laughter guzzler a surprise he'll never forget.
Oh dear, that took 4 weeks to set up. Oh my God. Well, don't you think that was funny? Children, aren't they lovely? Ah. Although once they get to about 12, it's as they get obsessed with painting the words "take that" on their cheeks in Biactol. Earlier today, the Saturday Night Armistice went out with one of this week's loudest teen fan clubs and watched them rally round their idol. Okay, you're this week's little girls. Who are you here to see? Who's that, Jeremy Hanley? Yes! What, the chairman of the Conservative Party? Yes! Now, you big fan? We love it. One at a time. What is it about Jeremy Hanley?
He's idol!
Okay, do you know much about him then? What's his parliamentary majority?
Oh, 3,869!
How old is he?
49!
What's his hobbies?
Chess! Cricket!
Is he married?
Yeah!
Did you make a better one?
I wouldn't take advantage of his money. I'd be really nice to him.
Yeah?
I love him.
What do you think of the way he's restructured the finances of the Conservative Party? Do you trust him as an economist?
Yeah, I trust him with my life.
Do you? You would like to be chaired by Jeremy Hanley?
Yes, I would.
Would you? Look, Jeremy Hanley's just run through, right? And he says he will see you. All right, are you ready? Are you ready?
Don't shout. Today, and we're doing lots of meetings, one after the other. All right, so I popped out just quickly to say hello. I've just come out from a meeting with the Prime Minister. I've got to go back into the same meeting. So I hope you're having a lovely time. Shush, calm down, calm down. Now, where are you from? Where are you from? Oh, yes, I'm sure. Good to see you all, anyway. Have a lovely day. And get back to school. Oh. Bye, then.
Okay, let's have somebody important.
Someone important, okay.
Yeah.
Robbie from Take That.
Now, yes, this is it. There's been a lot of controversy, a lot of nasty rumours about why he left Take That. Now, here is their last ever gig. Now, don't get tearful. This is sad. He's finishing. Now, look at that horrifying mound of puberty there going mental. Now, off they go. Look at them all. Oh, God. Now, here they come down the corridor. Now, Robbie goes into his dressing room on the security camera. Now, watch this when he takes off all that thick clothing. So, dries his face. Off with all the thick clothes. He's a tiny child. That's why he left. He's 4 years old.
He's got the rhythm. He's got the record. That's it. He's got to go to school.
He's got to go to school.
He's going to be fine.
Over the summer, one woman who became famous was an old woman called Jean, who we asked you to hunt. In Hunt the Old Woman, we placed Jean in front of the unwitting television cameras of other programmes and asked you to write in when you'd spotted her distinctive red hat and coat and old grey head. Now it's time to hunt the old woman! Hello, who's that?
This is Simon. I'm down in Kent.
You're down in Kent?
Yeah.
All right, where did you see our old woman?
I saw her behind the shoulder of Lord Archer.
What time did you see her?
5 o'clock during the major elections.
Oh, right, that was a big day. That was that Tuesday, right? Let's see if you're accurate. There she is! There she is! Okay. Right, National Lottery Programme. There's Anthea Turner going out to fund another opera house. And now, hang on. There she is! There she is! 1 o'clock news, BBC. Okay, we're going to run it now. Right, there we go. Oh, there she goes. Behind the tie.
Yeah, dodgy one.
And here we go. Now, she's not dancing. Now, bit tricky, this one. See if you can spot her. We've pulled back, moved down. There's Dale Winters, right? There she is. Come on, get in, Jean. Get in. That's it. Yay! We'll see what you can do with tonight's star prize then, because it's the Saturday Night Armistice hors d'oeuvre tree.
Fabulous.
And the special hors d'oeuvre of the week is anchovies.
Oh, good.
Okay, and I believe it was a rather Welsh-related programme that you appeared in.
Yes, it was Poblecum, Welsh language soap opera.
Welsh language soap opera. Let's see if we can spot her then. Let's have a look.
Dwi'n mynd i fod yn iawn.
No.
Mae un pethau yn dy farn.
Right.
Well,
is it clear when it comes up?
Can't see the screen, actually.
Right, we'll enjoy the rest of
Oh, there she goes.
See you again. Okay, that's too bad. Thank you.
Oh, she speaks! She speaks! She speaks! Well done. There you are. So, Dave, you win the hors d'oeuvre tree, right? That's yours to take. You can take your pimentos back to Cardiff with you. They're safe. Or you can gamble on tonight's special prize. So what's it going to be?
I'll gamble.
Yes! Okay. You're a brave man, because for the big prize, you have 10 seconds to find the old woman who's in the audience tonight, all right? Now, turn around, turn away. Okay? That's her there. And David, you now have 10 seconds to hunt the old woman! A weekend trip with Jean to Palma to visit the hams. And And David, it's better than that. It's not just the hams you get there. You get all sorts of hors d'oeuvres. There's prosciutto, mortadella. It's an hors d'oeuvre wonderland. What do you think of that?
Great.
Right, okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, please, a big, big send-off for David and the old woman. Cheer them on the way. We've got a chauffeur-driven Morris Minor outside the studio. It's just a two-door car, so they've got to get in the back. That's going to whisk them off. Unfortunately, the chauffeur has to get out at Felixstowe, but then Jean, the old woman, will drive from then on. I want to make it clear, we're not going to let David drive the car. All right? So, cheerio!
Lies, fibs, deceit, mendacity, evil verbal posturing, fibs, I've said that twice. All these are the enemies of the Saturday Night Armistice, and in particular of one tiny little man, Peter Bainham.
This is London's West End, an area world famous for glitz, glamour and the hot takeaway food of all nations. But are the streets of London really paved with gold? Or lies? I'm outside the Prince Edward Theatre, a venue more commonly associated with acting and applause than stomach-churning dishonesty. But take a look at this review. Crazy for you? You'd be crazy to miss it. Jack Tinker, Daily Mail. Can this astonishing claim possibly be true? Has walking past this play made you mad at all?
Sorry?
Do you feel mad having walked past this play?
Do I feel mad?
Yeah.
No.
You don't feel like indulging in cannibalism? You don't believe yourself to be Christ? No. No. You feel basically fine. You don't feel too happy, really extremely happy, much more than a sane person should feel at all. Can you be sure? No, I'm fine. The Palace Theatre, where smash hit musical Les Miserables sells out with frightening regularity. But take a look at that. Okay. Excuse me, are you going into this production?
Yes.
Yeah, are you prepared to fight me?
Pardon?
Will you fight me? I want your ticket. Will you fight me? I'll fight you if I win. I keep the ticket. If you win, you keep the ticket. It's fair. Headbutts. I mean, I don't mind. I will take you all on. I will fight all of you for your tickets. Yeah, give me a ticket. I want to fight you now. I'm prepared to fight you, please. No, just give me the bloody ticket. If you have to steal an usherette's uniform to get in, do it. Okay. I'm going to try and go into this theatre and actually steal an usherette's uniform. Tony here has got a hidden camera in a bag. Let's go. Sweet, quick. Bloody hell. Oh, hello, I'm here about the photocopier. Oh, right. Cheers. Right, Alistair Buchan. Now we're going to see you, Mr. Aston. What's this? Ladies. Right. Got one, I bloody got. I've got a blouse. Skirts, that's what they wear, don't they, ladies? Right, let's get a jump. Out. Come on, quick. We've got an usherette's uniform. Okay, Mr. Buchan, I've got this far. It's no problem. I'm going to go for it. Yes, this way, please. Just give us a commentary during the play.
Do you have tickets?
No, I'm the new usherette, Peter.
I haven't actually asked for any new staff.
Oh, yeah, it's, sorry, I'm very busy at the moment. Would you like to see the seats, please? This way. Right. Okay, I'll go.
Okay, that's all we've got time for from the 1995 Party Bucket. I'm surrounded by hordes of Putney people who are really excited. What we're going to do is we're going to be singing the closing titles to the show round our massive Christmas hors d'oeuvre tree. It's got its own cheddars, Stilton spams, and beef sausages and Paxo. If you're still thinking about Christmas gifts, then look out for some Armistice memorabilia. You can get this, which is the Armando Iannucci Christmas party plate, so you can quite literally eat off my face. Also look out for some of our fully operational miniaturised presenters. One day they'll be quite valuable.
Have you ever had them valued?
No, not at all. No, we haven't. Yes,
that's why you're here today, aren't you?
Yes, that's
right.
right.
To ask somebody like me.
Yeah.
Well, I would tell you now that I notice there's a little bit of damage to one hand, but this is such a rare group, and a very rare. I think I've only ever seen one other in 20 years. That I've got no hesitation in saying that I think it's worth between £1,200 and £1,800. So there's quite a ticket there, isn't there?
And also look out in the shops for these. They're the Mr. Tony Blair Christmas puddings. What's that, Mr. Tony Blair? You don't want to burn? You are a globe of worries.
Oh look, toy flambe.
Wonderful. And now remember, Christmas isn't just a time for good cheer, it's also a time for sombre reflection.
War is a cruel cow with an udder the shape of a tank. War is a stupid little boy running around with his chin all covered in guts jam. It's no wonder then that our response to war is to run away shouting, "I'm not going in there, it is a war." Hello, David Owen. But now with Bosnia, the West is promising a new rapid reaction force to take more effective action. The force will have to be flexible and have the trust of all sides. That's why it'll consist of 12,000 UN Irish dancers.
Fully trained for the battlefield, ready for action at a moment's notice, and what's most important, the Serbs, the Bosnians, you and me, everybody just loves them.
Aren't they marvellous? Guaranteed to bring peace to any conflict. Let's put them in a combat situation. Just look at that now. Look, this man is now immobilized. He's now too happy to do war. He can be sent off to the UN supply store where he can be persuaded to exchange his gun for a river dance video.
But the work of these brave jiggers doesn't end here. The power of Irish dancing can now be harnessed to sweep minds in a circular motion.
Now, look at this Irish dancer. Look at this Irish dancer who isn't moving, but in fact she is. She's in reconnaissance mode. A stealth Irish dancer whose jigging is invisible to the naked eye and to radar. That's really lovely.
Oh no, look, we've lost one. One of them's fallen over. Now this is the only problem with these troops. Irish dancing can continue for up to 25 hours after death. This dancer could go off at any moment, and so has to be defused.
This is obviously a very dangerous operation, but if I just try...
Right. Now these bones must now be removed and buried in special fat.
That is the loveliest thing I've ever seen. The sound of Irish dancing now is flushing out snipers from all around the studio. Look, 3 of them have been behind my sofa all throughout the show, and 1 has come out from the audience. Thank you, sir, for handing in your weapons. We'll leave you now with the sound of Irish dancing. Thanks very much to my 2 male friends, David Schneider and Peter Bainham. Remember, if you're going to Glastonbury this week, there's a free tab of acid in the Radio Times. Just lick Polly Toynbee's face. Good night. Good night from us.